Hello, everybody. It's Tina from Tina's Crafty Life. How are you today? I hope you are having a good Saturday. It is beautiful here. We just got home a little while ago. We had a little luncheon with Scott's side of the family, and that consists of his sister and then her two boys and her oldest son, John, and his wife, Rachel, are expecting their baby in August. And then there is DJ, which is my husband's nephew, and he has two children. And then you, of course, know about my family. Sam, Diamond, their four children, and my son Xavier. And then there's Scott and I, and Scott's dad. So we got together for lunch because John, Paul, and Diamond arranged this so John could tell us what him and Rachel are having, and they're having a little boy come August 2nd on me and Scott's anniversary. So I've been working on this project all week, and I finished it a little while ago. And Scott saw it last night. He's like, honey, I love it. And then I showed it to Scott and my father-in-law today, and my husband said, it's beautiful, honey. I mean, I'm very proud of this. Like I've crafted many things, many things, and I'm always like, it's one of the when I craft, and I always wonder, is it good enough? I think I'm probably not the only one that does that. And when I go to mail something out, I'm very hesitant to mail it out because I am always doubting myself. This project, I didn't have that. I didn't have it. I am so proud how it turned out. I showed my father-in-law and he told me it was beautiful. And my husband was, like I said, he told me it was one of the best things I ever came up with. So I'm going to kind of describe what I started out, the base, and then I will show you. So a while ago, I want to say at least 2 months ago, I got this Tim Holtz, and it's called Mini Configuration Book and a D-Stash. And I've been wanting to do it. And I got the paper and I started doing the paper around, the outside of the book, did the little squares because you can configure them like this, however you choose. And I was going to do something on the lines of what the picture looks like. Well, it kind of took a life on its own when I got into adding things to it and putting it together. And it turned into a family, like tree kind of thing, and memorial at the same time. So I'm going to share it with you. And the pictures you are about to see were all taken today from this luncheon. Excuse me. This is the cover. And that is Scott and I with our two children. I know it's blurry. The picture's not. I just can't get it focused, guys. This is Diamond's work. They have this fireplace. So we put pictures in front of the fireplace. And there's Diamond and Xavier. That's our daughter and son. And of course I have this paper. And I put these Tim Holtz. These weren't Tim Holtz though. They were another brand. And I will put them in the corners. So that is the cover. I'm going to back you guys up just a hair. There we go. That's better. So that's how the cover looks. And so when you open it, it doesn't close because of stuff. See how it kind of, but that's all right because I'm going to, the way it's going to be displayed, it ain't going to matter. And when you open it, this is the inside cover. And I got the little corner pieces in this paper, and it says your greatest creation is always going to be your life story. And up here is a family picture. There's Sam with Riley, Diamond, me and Scott, Xavier, Coda, Allie, and Leah. And then it's Sam and Diamond, and with Riley, Coda, Allie, Leah. And then this is Diamond, or Sam, Diamond, me, Dad, Massey, Scott, Xavier, Sosalia, Allison, Coda Bear, and Riley. And that is the inside cover. And that's the little thing on top. And then over here, and this is where it started, right here in this square. It all, when I started doing the center. Oh, I gotta fix the rows. I had the paper, I had the clock in the back, and then I added this picture frame, and I put my mom in there, And I thought, I gotta put Scott's mom in here. So I got pictures of them. And this top half turned into about them. So that is the center. And they both like birds. Scott's mom had a thing for mushrooms. And I have put this little head face there because my mom, they both were crafters, but my mother-in-law was more of a painter, where my mom was the paper crafter. And I got a little light bulb, just little knickknacks things. I got this bottle right here with some pearls in. And then I got the Tim Holtz little banner thing right there. And I got Beauty, because they're both gone. So they're beauties. And up here, in this corner, I have a playing card, a domino, a dice, a little dog. I just got this little wooden piece I thought looked good with the dice on, a little picture. And this kind of represents both my mother-in-law and my mom. They like playing games with the kids and us. And the little picture this was my mom's and her stuff. I got out stuff that belonged to my mom that I forgot I had, so this worked out good. And in the center, this represents of both of them again. They both love football. The binoculars represent up north, cottage, camping, as well as with my mom. United States flag I just put there. I have a bowling pin, and then I have a soda bottle. Yeah, my rose fell. Okay, I'm gonna turn my glue gun on real quick. This side is baking. This is all about my mother-in-law. She could bake. My mother-in-law could bake. So, my mom always wore these glasses right here. My mom always wore funky glasses, sunglasses. It was just weird until she had to wear glasses all the time. She always had like the bright neon orange, pink. She was buying like a Family Dollar, you know. So that's why I put them there. And of course, my mother-in-law she liked to bake, so I did this little cubby in the bake. This one, they both played games, but this more represents my mom and my mother-in-law who baked. I have a little teapot in there, a little plate, and it says baked with love. Got a toaster because my father-in-law asked me after my mother-in-law passed away. He sold the cottage, and he asked me, he goes, Tina, is there anything you'd like out of the cottage? And I'm like, the toaster. Well, he traded the toaster with me. He kept the one from the cottage and gave me his because I don't know what it is. Me and Scott will be married 22 years come August 2nd. And in that lifetime, we went through 12 toasters. I don't know what it is for Scott and I and toasters. But since we got the toaster from Scott's dad, we haven't had to replace it. Funny, eh? Yeah. So, and then down here, like I said, is them, and they both like flowers. And these little sunflowers and this little dragonfly, those were my mother-in-law's. And these little flowers down here, they were in something. My father-in-law comes across stuff once in a while when he's going through a drawer, so he sends it down here. He just gave me these not too long ago. They also were, the birds I think were from there too. This is a Tim Holtz little thing, as well as this rose. All the metal pieces except for these here in the four corners and in the front aren't Tim Holtz. Down here, I have my grandchildren. And I have Priceless Always Special. And they gave, I don't remember exactly where I got this. I know one of the grandkids gave it to me. And it says, I love my grandma. And I'm going to try to see if I can put, they usually call me Nana. And I'm going to try to put Grandpa down here, but I'm not good at writing, so I'm going to ask Diamond to do it. I do have a kitty cat back there because Scott and I got a cat named Lucy. And this puppy up here, this little dog right there, represents our dog Misty, who's gone now. Then over in this corner, look at that. That's me and Scott on our wedding day. I look so young. And it says heart. And then I have if you look close, there is a fish in there. And there's this little bobber, because Scott and I go fishing all the time. That's something we both had in common. Our first date, official date, he was going to take me to the movies. And he was laid off at the time, so he was collecting unemployment, and they screwed up on his check. And he called me up, and he had to back out our first date. So I called him back and said, well, we don't have to do anything that costs money. You got gas in your truck? And he's like, yeah. I said, let's go fishing. So I took him up north and he met my grandfather, who was the most important man in my life. And then we ended up taking my brother-in-law Hawk with me, us fishing. It was always the three of us fishing. So my first official date was supervised by my grandfather, and Scott's brother Hawk on our first date. That's me and Scott's first official date. And then in this little glass thing here, that's Tim Holtz, I put some beads on the top with hot glue, and I have wedding rings in there. I glued them so they hang, and I got those are our beads in there, and they kind of move. So that is the inside. And then when you close it, I also did the back side. I got these little things in the corner. This is Scott and I with our grandchildren. This is me and Diamond with just the girls. I wanted to take a generation picture, you know, daughter or mother, daughter, and granddaughters. And then the bottom one is grandfather, father, and son and grandson. And that's the back. Like I said, this turned into a whole different thing when I started doing it. I started covering it, I think, Wednesday or Thursday night. And it just evolved in itself. I'm very proud of it. And it's going to go on my cedar chest next to the pictures of my mother-in-law and my mom. And a person can look at it when they come in. There's a little bit of everything of them in this. Like I said, they're both, my mom and my mother-in-law were wonderful women. They were taken way too young to miss out on all these wonderful great-grandchildren right here. Yep. And today was a special day because the grandson, which I'll show you, we forgot to take a big, oh, did I print them off? No, I didn't. I thought I printed them off. Nope. We forgot to take a big picture with my sister-in-law and her children and her husband and all of us. We were going to get all back together and have a big one done with all of us with my father-in-law. And we were going to have a waitress do it, and we forgot. So we'll have to do it another time. But that's my project here. And like I said, I'm very proud of it. So if you guys have ever did one of these mini configuration books by Tim Holtz, let me know. I'd like to see how yours turned out. Like I said, this involved in something that came out of left field, basically. I was drawn to put my mother and my mother-in-law in that's right there. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, and I came across your greatest creation is always going to be your life story. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to make like a little family tree. That's kind of what this is. It starts out with Scott and I. We had our children. Actually, our children should have been our children, then Scott and I as a family. No. Yes, I had both my children out of marriage. But I married the man eventually. And then went to us as a family. And we took a picture where it was just, yeah, right here. Yeah, right there, just Scott and I and the kids. But on the side, I got the whole family picture. And then Diamond's family. And Xavier's not he has 4-legged grandchildren for me. And then the whole family with Scott's dad in the center. If you see, my father-in-law's in the center right there. What a bunch, eh? Look, Scott's dad said we were going to get professionals done. Because then he heard me say, he's like, well, we should check into it and get everybody together and go out to a nice park and get some professional pictures done. But I want to thank you guys for watching and listen to me yab a little bit about my project and the family. And I want to thank each and every one of you that stop in and watch my videos. As always, guys, be happy, be kind, be safe, be crafty, and bye for now.